Jessica DeMassa with WTF Health. I'm here at the Barcelona Health Hub, and joining me right now, I have Olga Fidalgo and I have Gemma Estrada. Both ladies are from the R&D and Innovation Group at FERRER. So welcome, ladies. Good to have you. Good to have you.
Good to be here.
Okay, so let's start out and give some context to those who are watching. Introduce us to FERRER. What is that?
Well, FERRER is, I think, one of the oldest Spanish-based pharmaceutical companies. And I think that the big difference that we have compared to our peers in Spain is that FERRER has had very soon the idea of becoming an international company. So we are right now present in a big number of countries across the world with different kind of business models, through affiliated companies, through partnerships. So we are proud of having growth in that direction. As well, FERRER was initiating many years ago a partnership approach that allowed us to partner with biotech companies that were basically based in the US. And that kind of collaboration was more on the commercial side. Some years ago, we were starting also another way of collaboration that was more into the development area, where we started to work in the open innovation area with academia as well as with smaller startups, trying to get together a product to the market. And the latest thing that we have incorporated in that kind of pathway has been starting to work also in an open way within the e-health and the digital health area. And that's where we are looking forward to build a portfolio of assets that will not anymore be only pharmaceutical products, but also other kind of assets that will be based on technology to improve the health care and the welfare of people, right? And that's the idea the company has today in terms of how we will be facing the future.
Very good. And real quick, I want to ask you, just to make sure everybody understands, give us a sense of what types of pharmaceuticals you guys create. So is there a specific disease area that you're focused on?
Exactly. The company was pretty diversified in the past, basically because we were working more on the partnerships in the commercial side. So we were targeting a number of very different disease areas. We were granted with licenses from big pharmaceutical companies like MSD, Novartis, GSK, etc. Right now that we are seeing that the ability to in-license, because the kind of blockbusters that we were seeing in the past are not anymore to be there, we are trying to be much more focused and to work also much more focused in developing our own drugs and assets. So in that path, we are trying to be defining the areas that will be the main areas to develop the company for the future. Right now, we are very much focused in CNS, in cardiovascular, in pain, as well as in areas that are close to oncology and niche diseases. Maybe in oncology, we are not going to be looking for the big blockbusters that some other companies are working on, but more close to palliative care and some very specific types of cancer that are not very prevalent and where the need is very high. And what we have very clear is that we will not be successful if we are not able to add something that is of real value compared to what it's already available. So our intention is to identify the needs and then work back to build something that provides a real solution.
Okay, so I wanted to ask that because I want you to chime in now, Gemma, about the plan for digital health or digital therapeutics within FERRER. And so I'm thinking about the startups that might be watching who are interested, like what kind of solutions are they looking for and in what disease areas? So thank you for outlining that. But now tell us, what is the plan here for FERRER with digital health?
So the plan is covered under the name of FERRER for Future. It's a very exciting program where we launch challenges to the technology startup world twice a year. And the first 3 challenges that we have launched this winter 2019 are one in the management of chronic pain, another one in the engagement of the patient in the cardiometabolism area, and another one in chronic patients at home. We are using the specific example of pulmonary arterial hypertension, but in general would be how we solve the quality of life of patients who are very sick with very limited mobility at home and who have to receive a treatment through a kind of painful and complicated device. Most of the times it is an implanted pump or a subcutaneous pump.
Okay, so these are your challenges.
3.
Those are some very specific and big challenges. That's exciting. So how are they going?
They're going well. We've had a very successful day so far. Actually, in this very event at the Barcelona Health Hub, we are pre-launching them at the national level. We're going to be at other meetings at the European level later in the winter. And on the 20th of December, we expect to have all the applicants in our webpage, and we're hoping to start our incubation program with the selected startups.
This is exciting. So is this the first time that your company is bringing startups in like that?
First time ever.
In the technology area, though, because with pharmaceuticals, we were already doing this kind of activities.
We know you're all very innovative in pharma companies. I always joke around and say the pharma companies are the original innovators because you guys have such a legacy with R&D. But it's different with technology, right?
Completely different. Yeah. In fact, I think the partnership is kind of a must for us because we don't have and we will not have the technology knowledge that these kind of other companies have.
Also the creativity, and if I may add, also the creativity of the startups combines very well with the long-lasting experience of us as a pharma corporation.
Okay, so one of the things that we often hear from startups, though, is that it's very hard to work with a pharmaceutical company. And you guys are actually, you're a smaller pharmaceutical company, which is a little bit more boutique and maybe not so, set in your ways. I don't know. So tell me, what are some of the benefits of working with us, with a smaller pharma company?
My favorite question. Thank you, Jessica. So here's the thing. FERRER for Future is not only a bespoke program, but also very flexible. Now, FERRER for Future is tailor-made to each startup and to the nature and level of maturity of the solution that they bring in. So we do not have like a 13-week training program followed by this and that. Yeah. So it's totally different. The program is made on purpose for the type of solution that the startup brings in. Do they need co-creation sessions to adapt the cool technology they already have to resolve one of our challenges? We do have those co-creation sessions. Do they need a mentor in any aspect? You name it. Do they need clinical research? Do they need legal advice, IP, compliance? So our mentors are ready there to give the kind of support that each specific startup may need. And also being small has one additional advantage. And the additional advantage is how close are you to senior management? So you come to FERRER, or if you had been sitting in our session this morning when the challenges were pre-launched, there were 3 people from our executive committee sitting there. So if you really want to meet the senior executives, come to a medium-sized or a smaller pharma, and you'll get, as a startup, tender and loving care.
I love that, tender and loving care. and the TLC and the C-suite sitting there watching you. So, I mean, and you're not, I mean, this is not, I mean, we're talking about, it's boutique and it's mid-sized, but I mean, it's not inconsequential. I mean, you are one of the more dominant pharma companies here in Spain.
One of the yes. I think that there is also a difference that is relevant, and is that we have a number of values at FERRER, and one of them is humility. So the way we are trying to partner with third parties, irrelevant if that's in the technology and the digital health or in other areas, is based on humility. The fact that we are going to be learning also from the others. We will provide them with our knowledge and our experience. I think that the way of openly collaborating is just exposing what is the experience on each side, the way you look at the future, sharing that, and learn from there. And that is bidirectional in that way.
You don't often hear the word humility, especially listed as a value coming out of a pharma. I love that.
Values, yeah.
Very good.
I love it. With curiosity and empathy, but it's one of our 4 core values.
I like these core values. I like this a lot. So for any of the startups that might be out there watching, how can they participate in the challenge? And in the event that this challenge is closed by the time they come across this video, are there plans for future challenges? Tell us how they can get involved.
Please do look us up at the FERRERforfuture.com website. All the details on the 3 challenges are there.
Okay. And will there be future challenges in case these are
There will
closed?
be 2 rounds of challenges per year. This first round of challenges, they are closing on the 20th of December, but there will be new challenges in the new year.
Awesome. Exciting.
I would like to add also that irrelevant to the challenges that we are launching right now, we invite any kind of startup that maybe have something that may be synergistic with the areas where we are working. We invite them to also contact us. And I think through the FERRER for
website.
Future website, there is a specific
Precisely. There's
button.
2 types of application buttons on the website. There's one apply now for each of the 3 challenges,
Sure.
but there's also one contact us button in case that your cool technology does not resolve any of the proposed challenges, but you still want to pitch to us. We're very happy to hear.
I love this, and I really honestly believe that the email goes to you. It's like tender, loving care right here. I love it, ladies. Thank you so much for stopping by, and I appreciate you introducing FERRER and your challenges. Thank you. Best of luck. We look forward to hearing what happens. I'm Jessica Damaso with WTF Health. Thank you for joining us.